Hello, everybody. Merry Christmas. It is officially Christmas week. It's a great time of year. I love this time of year and you know, I would say simplicity, but I mean, let's be real. There's not a lot about Christmas and the celebration that is simple. It is a lot of hectic and chaos, but I love it. I enjoy it. But I will say this. The older you get, and maybe this is just specific to me, I don't know that there's anything more depressing than the realization that the holiday season is over. I would say December 26th is like one of the most depressing days of all time. However, it's my dad's birthday, so I can't say that. But it's just like the December, as soon as you realize like the holiday season's over, January and February are like two of the most depressing months, I think. March kind of starts to pick up a little bit, but it's just like you realize the holidays are over. There's not a lot going on. I don't know. Um, it's just it's a little sad, I feel like. And the holiday doom and gloom or post-holiday doom and gloom depression kind of sets in. You're like, damn. But I digress. Sorry, there's my tangent for the day about how depressed I get once the holidays are over. After Christmas, you at least still have like New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, but like New Year's Day and the day after, you kind of sit into this like, oh man, it's over. But again, I digress. Merry Christmas. Hope you and yours are ready for a fantastic holiday season. As the great philosophers in Sync once said, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I still think, of the new age of Christmas songs, again, I mean, that's not new age anymore. That's now an old song, but I think one of the greatest of the new iteration and generation of Christmas songs, which brings me to a bit of a hot take. Um, you know, I don't like when artists just do a Christmas album to just do covers of the classics. Respectfully, I don't want to hear anybody besides Bing Crosby sing White Christmas. It doesn't mean it's not good. It just means I prefer his. And so one of the reasons I think NSYNC and Justin Bieber have two of the greatest Christmas albums of the new era of Christmas music is because they're not all covers. They do some covers of things and stuff like, NSYNC has a phenomenal version of The First Noel. Phenomenal. Justin Bieber's got a great version of Silent Night. Just great, but I digress again a little bit. Sorry, it's a second tangent. I could call out some specific artists who I think their Christmas albums are overrated, but I won't do that right now because this is the intro of an episode, and you probably don't want to hear it. But speaking of Christmas music, today's guest just released a Christmas song, which we don't cover in the episode. We covered this. Or we recorded this conversation before she released her Christmas single. But today's guest is my friend Madeline Carter. She is a solo artist here in Nashville, a country artist who is on the rise. And I say it very early in the episode, but I think she is very close to becoming a massive name in country music in Nashville and everywhere. But we sat down and talked music, talked her journey into how she arrived in Nashville, talked through her journey as an artist, as a songwriter, and how she's arrived where we are or where she is today. And really a fun conversation that I think helps you just get a picture of who she is, how she's become who she is. And we kind of geek out over some nuance of songwriters and country music a little bit. And we recorded like 45 minutes of an episode that is not in this, that maybe we'll release someday as like a bonus like episode or something. I don't know. But it was pretty much just 45 minutes of us talking about Morgan Wallen and Hardy, and not everybody cares about that or wants to hear it or appreciates how much of a fangirl I am of both of them. Also, Morgan Wallen, Hardy, if you ever hear this, Ernest, if you ever hear this, please come on the podcast. We'd love to have you. But without any further ado, I've realized also I say that a lot. I don't know why, but I say it way too much. My Eagle sweater, also wearing this because it's holidays. I have a Christmas sweatshirt, but I couldn't find it. But anyways, this is now episode 3, my conversation with my friend Madeline Carter.
I don't want just anyone.
That is one of my favorite songs of all time, too.
Love to go away. You and your beautiful song. The intro to our podcast.
What's up, everybody? We're back. Another episode of Deepish. Today, I've got my friend Madeline Carter.
Hello.
I call her Mads. And we've been, for the last 15 minutes we've been talking. We're gonna jump in the middle of the conversation we were having already before we started officially recording. Because we're talking, so there's a lot of things I want to cover. So Maddie is a singer-songwriter in Nashville, and I will say that she's not gonna say this, I'll say this, is on the cusp of becoming an absolute household name. I can say that, I will say it. You don't have to. But is absolutely, I remember right after I met you. So I met her she's an instructor at Barry's Boot Camp in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we met. And somewhere along the lines, I guess maybe you were releasing a song a year and a half ago. And I remember turning it on in the car with Tori one day, and I'm like, we just have to be honest. You have friends that do stuff sometimes, and it's shit. And you want to be nice, and you want to be like, it's so good. And like, there are people who do things, and I love them, and they think they're great. I'm probably one of those people to some people. But I remember turning your song on, and I don't remember what song it was. And I remember looking at her and be like, damn, like she's actually good. So, and I mean that.
I want to know what song it is.
Hold on, I'm gonna go back and look and see what, because you have released a lot of songs in the last year and a half.
I got a lot of stuff I've been doing this year.
Yeah.
Trying.
Which song is it?
Feels like a year.
It was it? Okay, hold on. I think, was it UCLA? No.
Is it the UCLA acoustic?
No, you know what it was? It was Overthinking.
Yeah.
I think.
I met you about this time.
Yeah, it was Overthinking. I think Overthinking and then UCLA were like the two you were releasing.
Yeah, because it was Overthinking.
Yep.
Then it was, I did this really cool thing with my friend Frank where we did like 2 EDM songs. And then we did acoustic country versions of each of those songs.
Okay.
And that was
yep.
Really
so that
cool
was that. So like I remember turning that song on. I'm like, damn, like you're actually like she's actually good. And like I didn't know you very well at the time at all. She's also studying to be a level 1 song.
Sure am. Hence the wine.
We're sharing a little, not sharing a glass, but having it.
We're having a glass.
Well, because you can't say sharing a bottle because we're not having a whole bottle.
No, then I won't be able to. I don't know, finish the rest of the day after this.
That's real.
I'll be toast.
Okay, so I want to go back into our conversation we were having, though, about, I want to talk about songwriting a little more.
Yes.
And because you made a comment about Hardy and how, I mean, again, like I truly feel like Hardy and Ernest are two of the best songwriters in Nashville, if not the best right now, especially of this new generation. There's a lot of great songwriters out there, but like, I mean, I looked on Morgan's new album, and Ernest was on like 9 of the songs.
Oh, big handful.
And Hardy was on like 4 or 5, and they both have a feature on it. But like, if you go back and look on all the Morgan's albums, like they're on, like their handprint is on so much of it. And then like you've got Joey and who's his other producer?
I don't know.
It's a guy that produces. I can literally.
Dan Huff?
No, I can see him. He produces for Post too. Charlie.
I'm just gonna look.
It's he goes by Charlie something.
Crockett.
Davy Crockett.
I'm just kidding.
It's Charlie. What's his name? I've got to look this up. It's gonna drive me insane.
Which one did he produce? All of them? Charlie Handsome. Charlie so handsome.
Charlie Handsome. He and Joey, I think, are like his 2 producers. Like his sound stays consistent. But all of that to say, you made a comment about how with Hardy's songwriting, you can hear he's got like Hardyisms. And Ernest has the same thing. Like you listen to Ernest's songs and like his stuff that he's written, both
like the style stands out.
Yeah. as a songwriter, how long do you think it takes you it's how long do you think it takes you to be able to get that where you've got this defined, like, people hear something and they go, "Oh, that's it." And then also, like, what do you think is the process of starting out as a songwriter in Nashville to where you can get to that point? So does that question make sense?
Yeah. I think, like, the second half, I can kinda wrap it all up in one thing is,
Yeah.
like, when you first move to town,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna say, like, you're fresh off the boat, like,
Mhm.
that is
I I don't think so.
Okay.
Because I was just gonna say no, and if that's
Just
offensive to you, I'm genuinely sorry if that offends you. We meant no offense.
cut please cut that out. I beg. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna start over. So if you just moved to town,
Yep.
like, you are fresh off the boat and you've never done a co-write before.
Yeah.
So me, when I moved here in
Yep.
2016, never wrote a song with anybody else.
Mhm.
I like dabbled, but not professionally
Mhm.
did that. I've written songs by myself my whole life.
Yeah.
Um, you kind of like you kind of start moving into co-writes, and then you kind of learn how to collaborate with people
Yep.
and how to share ideas. And I think, to be completely transparent, I've come into myself as a songwriter within the last
Mhm.
probably 4 years, and I've been here for 10.
That's insane.
So
But it's very real.
it took me like 6, 7 years to find out, like, what I'm good at in a
Mhm.
room, and I I think you also have to grow into a person that is not like, ashamed to say, like, that's not my strong suit.
Yep.
I'm not good at that.
Mhm.
Or even if you're not good at that at that day.
Yep.
Cause, like, I will
Some days you
say,
just show up and you don't have it.
yeah,
That's not
there's different guys for different things in the room.
Yep.
There's the idea guy, there's the lyric guy, there's the melody guy, there's the
Yep.
hook guy, there's the bridge guy. Like, there's gonna be someone that, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Or
I
there's,
do.
like, the freaking vibe guy. Like, sometimes, like,
Sometimes someone
someone
just needs
says,
to be
like,
there with
one
whiskey.
line. Yeah, but if they weren't there, the song wouldn't be
Exactly.
it. So, anyway, I think then, to tack on to what you said, like, to find, like, how Ernest and Hardy and people like that have their
Yeah.
isms and you can, like, hear them in certain songs. I really just think that comes at that same time where you're like, "Oh, I'm pretty good at melody." And
Yeah.
so you just kinda have a certain melody that it's not the same melody.
Yeah.
It's just a type of melody that,
Yep.
like,
I know what you mean.
people are gonna pick up on, or a type,
Yeah.
or a way you say things, a way that it's the way you see the world
Yep.
that people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's a Maddie song," because,
Yep.
like, she sees the world that way, and that's how she would say that.
Yeah. I know what you mean. So, like, with that, you said something that I think is true in all of life, but I find it very interesting when it comes to songwriting because, I mean, there's thousands of songwriters in Nashville,
Mhm.
and that this is one town. Like, Nashville is known for country music, but it's not the only place that puts out country music,
Right.
and it's not the only city that has country music songwriters in it. But so you've got thousands of country music songwriters in Nashville.
Mhm.
How many how many of them, or it may be more personal for you, you move here, you're 19 when you move here,
Mhm.
and how much are you like, who was big when you moved here? 2016, so, like, FGL was probably, like,
Shoot.
peak, right?
Carrie Underwood was
Carrie was peak.
huge.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of
I'm
who.
trying to think who else it was.
2016, Carrie, I mean,
It's with Sam Hunt. Sam Hunt was
Sam
big.
Hunt was big.
Yep.
Um,
I'm trying to think who else. Was Sam Hunt
Basically, like, just think of, like, your
Luke
OG, like,
Bryan.
people that, yeah, that
Luke
have
Bryan was
bars
big.
downtown.
Yep.
Luke Bryan, Jason, Blake,
FGL.
Miranda, FGL,
Yep.
like,
So you've got, like, and that was a very different era of country music.
it was, I would presume, like, the rise of country, how big country is now.
Yeah. I
Which
agree.
that'll ruffle feathers. People are like, "No, classic country and
Yeah.
traditional country." I love that
I do
music,
too.
but that's not where the majority of the genre is right now.
Yep.
All genres are kinda plopping into the same bucket right
Mhm.
now, and they're all kinda, like, mixing together.
They are, which is very wild to see as a fan of music, like, how many, like, Big X has done, like, a country album that has all country artists on it.
Yeah.
Which is wild to see. But, like, I mean, I feel like FGL was kind of the first one to do that
They
when
were.
they did Cruise with Nelly,
I would say Shania Twain
Shania Twain.
and then FGL. I'm
Yeah.
gonna die on that hill. But like Shania
Yep.
had Mutt Lange produce all her stuff, who was Def Leppard's producer.
Isn't that insane though? How artists do that?
Yeah.
They find a producer who they adore and they
Yep.
love their sound. Who has like so like wasn't Joey Moy who's done so much of Big Loud stuff like Morgan and Hardy and Ernest? He produced for somebody else. I don't remember.
I don't know.
Was he with Nickelback? Maybe I don't. I've heard it somewhere. So like,
Yeah.
if someone hears this and like you're wrong, I'm sorry. I'm wrong.
Comment below.
Yeah, just honestly, I'm fine with haters. It's like I kind of thrive on haters.
I
bit,
love
so I'm
haters.
fine. Somebody commented on a TikTok reel that I had commented on and told me I was an idiot, and I said, "I'm so glad you told me that." I just said this in the last episode, dude. I'm like, I'm really glad you told me that. I would have never known I was dumb if you on your
I would not have
own
known I was an
wouldn't have known.
idiot.
But to your point, like she's got Shania Twain has Def Leppard's producer, and I feel like that is now more common, where you don't just have like a country like in the country
Right.
world.
Right, because she like took this huge risk
Yeah.
being like, we vibe really well together
Yep.
and we write great music. And is it country? Yes.
Yeah.
And then her early stuff is so straight down the line country,
Yep.
but then at the time wasn't. Anyway, but
Yep.
then you move forward and you go into like the Come On Over album and you go into Up, which was like she literally released a country and pop
She's so freaking good.
album. I'm obsessed with her. Cheetah all the way. But she was, I would argue the first one to be
Mhm.
like, hey, we can kind of put a fun beat on this
Yeah.
in a drum kit and
Well, because think about who else was like what other country
synthesizers.
artists. But what other country artists were big? Like, cause she came out mid '90s ish. So like then you've got like what early Kenny, early Tim
She was the only
McGraw,
one doing
and like
pop
if you go
upbeat.
back and listen to early Kenny, I mean it is like straight country. Same thing
Yeah.
with Tim McGraw.
Yeah.
Like
I would also argue too, Keith Urban was kind of moving toward
Yep.
pop.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He wasn't pop, but like, and he's still, well, some of his songs are, but like the sound.
Yep.
Keith has his own thing. He has his Keith-isms.
Yep,
You know
agreed.
that everything that is, he has a box and
Yep.
like that is his box. And
And he
like,
crushes it in that.
yeah, and he crushes that box.
Yep.
But like, then FGL came and just said, you know what?
Yep.
People are doing this. We're just going to do that.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, no, it's so
Then
bad.
you go back and listen to their debut
Trump.
album.
Yeah.
Their debut album is so good.
I love it. It's banger after banger after banger.
After bang. Like, I mean, I'd listen to that first album the other day again, and I'm like, oh my god. But isn't it funny when you think about like FGL? Like Luke Bryan got lumped into the same bro country movement
yeah.
as them. And like when you listen back to like, because like I think Country Girl was around that time, like some of his stuff. You know who a country artist that I feel like sometimes gets slept on from that era that is just insane is Randy Houser.
I love Randy
I
Houser.
love Randy Houser. Like, Running Out of Moonlight is an absolute.
He's so good.
He's so good.
I think Randy Houser, Lee Brice. I
Mhm.
love Lee Brice. He slept on too.
Yep.
I don't think they're necessarily slept on. They're just
They've been around for a little while.
yeah. They just
And so
haven't.
people
They don't
kind
have the
of-
recognition as much anymore.
Yes, correct. But so to go back, like to kind of bring this back full circle, when you talk about like your songwriting, especially,
Mhm.
in where I kind of started this before I got ADD and distracted by my own thought. So you move here in 2016. You're 19. There's thousands of country artists, and or country singers, and so like there is a defined sound in countries, defined songwriting style, all of that in country. How much of your first 6 years was you're trying to be that because you're like, that's what's working. And so
Exactly.
I need to fit into that mold. And especially when you're starting, like, I wonder how much, like, for you and then even across the board, everyone though, but like specifically you, how much did you struggle with that? And, like, did that prolong you finding your style?
Yeah, that is, like, such a good question because I just had this, like, very long conversation about this last week. So, I now, with releasing this EP coming up
Mhm,
next month and the songs I've been releasing so far this year in
mhm.
2025, some in 2024 too, I've slowly come into this sound that
Yeah.
I've finally, like, put a
Yep,
nail in it. I know exactly what it is. I know how to find it. I know how to write it. I know how to chase it and make it
yep,
happen. It took 7, 8 years, probably 8 years of me writing, recording, releasing, throwing it against the wall. It's like a wet noodle,
yep,
didn't stick, fell right off. It's
yeah,
not done yet. You know what I mean?
yep,
Like,
yeah,
it took me so long and frustratingly so. Did I have minor successes along the way?
yeah,
Yes. Do I love those songs? Yeah, but, like, I'm proud
yeah,
of them, but it's not the thing that I finally discovered that's like, "Oh, this is my thing." And speaking of the box, same thing.
mhm,
I have this new box
yeah,
that, like,
yep. That's such a good illustration, though.
nobody like, you wanna chase what country music is doing, but you wanna be ahead of the curve.
Yeah,
And going right back to Hardy.
yep.
He was like, "I'm a country rock artist." He was the first one to, like, not the first one, because I mean, I'd argue
There's
Tyler Braden is
yeah,
super country rock. Who else is out there? There's, oh my god, what's their name? It's not Lacade, but it's, hang on. I need to know I'll
no,
think about it
we
and
we don't like to not have answers. That's the more that if we learn anything from this, when you and I are talking, we have to know the
we
answer.
have to know.
We cannot move on without
It's,
it.
it's Lake something. Who is it?
Lakeview.
Lakeview!
Yeah, I don't personally know them. I have a lot of mutual friends with them, and they're popping. They just headlined, if I remember correctly, they just headlined like one of the biggest or rock festivals in Europe or something.
Oh, really? That's sick.
They're
But they
they're to your point. They're the same, yeah,
they I feel like Hardy might have popped off before them. I don't know.
yeah.
But
I think
anyways, there was
so.
a lot of people doing it, but Hardy did it in such a way
Yeah.
that was country, but it just and rock, but mixed so perfect. But then
Then he goes,
in
I'm
his
going full
album,
country
but his
or full
album
rock. I
before
mean,
this one, Country, the one before it
yeah.
was
Quit.
Mockingbird and the Crow.
Yep. And then he
Half
did
of it was
quit.
country, and the other half was literally screamo.
Yep.
Like,
Which is and it's incredible.
it's so good. I love it. I run to it all the time. But, like,
Sold Out is one of I think the best songs.
I love that one, and I really love the message of it
Oh,
because it's basically he hasn't sold his soul,
yeah.
and I'm like, "Thank God."
But then he goes and he literally does a full ass rock album.
Yeah.
Quit is just
Oh, I
straight rock.
love Quit, and I love the one where God, I just love him. I'm literally
No, I
obsessed with him. Hardy, if you're listening to this, I love you. You're my favorite artist right now. Anyway,
I mean I can't I remember when he released was the album Rock? Was that the name of that album? The one that like his face is a blur kind
Iraq.
of was yeah.
Yeah.
I remember him releasing that album. And I think
The songwriting is just
that was I think the album that got me back into like country. Genuinely.
really
Because it was that before Morgan released Dangerous or around the time?
around the
But
time.
he released Boots. And I remember listening to that being like, if this is country, I'm in.
He also, as one should, quotes his own song in Truck Bed.
He's
He quotes Boots on.
yeah. Well, and then in what's the song on the
At
Rock
least I
album?
put my boots on this time.
Yeah.
Or
I
took my boots off. At least I
yeah.
took my boots
Yeah.
off this time.
And then what's the song on the Quit album? Is that Quit? Where he talks about like he showed up to a party and someone's dressed as him.
Yeah.
And it's like a hat tip to another one of his songs. I'm like,
Mhm.
but then he's got on Country, he's got favorite country song. That the first line is 10 different names of country songs.
Yeah.
Like it's just, yeah, I adore him.
But
As an
songwriting
artist.
is just such a cool thing because as an artist, my main focus is my artistry, but a big part of my artistry is the songs that I create. And I
Yep.
just think the like It's just like literally a miracle that me and one, two, three other friends are sitting
Mhm.
in a room and we created something that didn't exist
Yep.
2 hours, 3 hours
Isn't
before.
that so beautiful, though?
And it is. And the fact that, like, it could change a lot of people's lives
Yep.
someday. You have no
Well,
idea.
I was literally driving over here to record this. I was thinking about that with music. Like, I grew up playing music. I was never good at it. I was never a good singer. I wanted to be one so bad. In another life, I dreamed I was a worship leader, but I digress. That's a whole other topic of discussion. Tried to lead worship back in the day. It was atrocious, but I digress. But I was thinking about music and how much, and I thought about like asking this, and you saying this. We'll talk about it. How much of music, the beautiful thing with it is it becomes a story for someone.
Right.
So like the way that I can hear a song and it transports me to a moment and like a feeling
Mhm.
is, and I think that's your point with when you talk about songs you write, where it's like you write this music with your friends and you're like, holy crap, we just created something out of nothing.
Mhm.
And then two, this is also something that somewhere someone along the lines is going to hear it and it's going to change their life.
Yeah.
That is why I think music is one of the greatest tools that we have
Oh,
as human beings.
it's I feel like you can there are, people. I literally had this talk with my friend Shan yesterday, like,
Mm-hmm.
to a T. There are surgeons who save people's lives
Yeah.
by operating on the heart.
Yeah.
But then this is, like, really cheesy, I'm sorry for what I'm about to say, but it's, like,
I
so
cannot wait. I
true.
know what you're about to say, and I love it.
But then there are songwriters
Yep.
who save people's lives by
Yep.
literally operating on the heart. Like,
No,
you know what I
no,
mean?
no, I do. It's like very figuratively, but like very genuinely at the same point in time.
Yeah.
The way music can touch people.
Uh-huh.
Like we were talking about this earlier. Like not the first time, second time I heard Morgan's Skull Shaming Brownie, I'm like, this sounds like my life with my uncle. Like 2AT sounds like the life I've lived with him.
Mhm.
And a conversation, if I called him today, I would tell him.
Yeah.
And then what other song? Revelation.
I love that song in Genesis.
The dichotomy of those two. Like that is
Mhm.
the beautiful thing about I think songwriting.
And I love that he
too.
put those two songs, sorry to interrupt, but on the
No.
same album, the first book of the Bible and the last.
And they're back to back.
Mhm.
And
Are
it's
they?
like, yeah. On the track list, they're back to back.
Wait, hold
You know, okay, here's a question for you. This is one of my biggest pet peeves right now in life. We have become a singles culture.
What do you mean?
So I'll go down this hole. We have because of
Oh, they are next to each other. Okay.
because of the radio call. I think the rise of not radio culture, because that it says existed. The rise of streaming culture. I can pull up
Oh,
my
singles,
phone.
like songs.
Yeah. Songs, not single individual. I haven't been single in like 13 years. I couldn't even talk. I couldn't even like go into a conversation of what it means to be
Oh, me either.
single. But that's a yeah. But when it comes to music, I feel like we have lost the art of appreciating a full body.
We have completely. Like, I literally just read this this statistic. There we
I
go.
would not have been able to say that.
That's
I
really
would not
hard.
believe it.
Anyway, online the other day,
Yeah.
and it said short form content is destroying our brains more than alcohol is. And I
As bad as
totally
I like it.
It is because you like it. It is,
Yeah.
but like
No, you're right. I know where you're going.
but because okay, listen. I love TikTok.
Yeah,
I'm
me
not
too.
knocking it because I consume TikTok like and Instagram reels like crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, but think about
Yeah.
we used to have albums.
No,
We
I
used
know.
to have
I've said this. No.
so many
We're on the same
movies.
page. Yep.
And all of a sudden TikTok comes out
Yep.
and blows up.
Yep.
And everyone is like, I want a 30-second video. I want a 20-second video. And
Yep.
now all of a sudden, because of all this short form, this, that, the other, it's singles exactly like what you said. Everyone wants a single. Nobody wants an album. But
No.
nobody wants singles anymore. We're making a full circle, and
It's
everyone's
30
like,
seconds.
can you just like please do an album? I want to
Yeah.
listen. I want to pick an artist and put their music on
No,
for 2 hours.
I'm the same way. Like, I've gone deep down the Alan Jackson and Keith Whitney. Like, I'm trying to remember. Oh, what's Alan Jackson's album? I think the album title's Drive.
I also love that song.
I love that song. I have so like I don't remember when, but a few weeks ago, well, maybe when we were moving, I just turned that album on and just started listening to it. But like, I love and part of what I love now is not just going back and listening to albums that I know, but going back to artists that I love and finding albums of theirs and listening to that
Yeah.
top to bottom. There's something to me that's like I feel like so like with my son Roman, I joke all the time that I want to get like an old 1980s sports car that has a cassette tape player in it or a CD player in it. That there's no Spotify, there's no Apple Music, there's no nothing. That's just like I've got to go find these old school albums and literally put the album in because like you remember on a cassette tape. I mean,
And then you flip it over.
yeah, and there was no skipping to a song you wanted. You
No.
listened to the body of work.
Like
CDs, you could skip to the songs, but then the CD eventually gets ruined skipping the songs too much. Maybe not, but that's in my brain that's the way it works. But as an artist,
well, even a record, you put the needle down, and it has to play all the way through. You could pick the needle up and put it down, but you don't know exactly where it's going.
So I've got a record player in our house. So in our new house we have a formal living room, which I love it. But it's got my great grandmother's record player in it. And I will just like I love TV shows. But I would rather listen to an old record that's got it has an 8-track in it too.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. It's like old school. But just listen to the crackle. Like listen to the raw, unfinished sound that existed in the 60s, 70s, 80s on these records. There's just something, but it's like to your point, like then you got to go over, you got to flip it, but like you're getting that artist. And to me, there's something so beautiful about the body of work that an artist put so much time into, and the way that an album as a body of work is crafted, and it's like top to bottom, the ebbs and flows of it. So like,
yeah,
to your point, like talking about Morgan's Genesis Revelation, like you've got this song Genesis where he's talking about Adam and Eve, and then you go straight into a song Revelation was like almost dark in a sense. It's so I don't know. Like, how do you, as an artist and a songwriter, when you're so you're getting ready to release an EP/album, what's your thought process when it comes to writing for that album? Are you trying to get songs that all fall in the same vein of thought that like reaches a goal? Or are you like, no, these are just 8 songs that fit together. It's not necessarily like the same thing. Does that make sense?
It makes total sense. I think because, okay, what I'm trying to do specifically with this project is the EP is 8 songs. It's long. It's a long EP. But I'm also it's like I'm in the middle of rebranding, which sounds so dramatic. You're like, Maddie, calm down. But like I need to, okay? I've been doing this for a long time. So anyway.
And sometimes the rebrand is worth it.
Yeah.
And I think this one is.
And thank you. But anyway, so 8 songs. But I've been creating music with my friend Ryan, who produces all my stuff, like all of it now. And I think that was also just a key thing to like make things sound cohesive.
Yep.
I wanted a body of work that I could play for someone, or someone could go to my Spotify and listen to and understand every facet of my artistry.
Dang. Okay.
The box. So here. And I don't want this to be my debut album. That's why I'm labeling it as an EP.
Okay.
Because when I approach my debut album, that sucker's gonna tell a story from front to back.
Yeah.
And I want it to tell. I have some of the songs already. I'm planning it all out. Because you got to plan these things like a year in advance, probably more than that. But like this EP that's coming out is called Introducing Madeline Carter.
That's so sick.
I'm announcing it tomorrow, so I'm very excited. but it has the fun songs, the sassy songs.
Yep.
Like, I'm not a man hater. I love men. I think men are great. I love dudes. But like, but I love Sabrina Carpenter, and I
There's
can
something
totally get
fun about
behind
the
the men
sassy.
hating songs
Yeah,
because
there's
it's
just
fun.
something fun about the sassiness of it.
Yeah.
It's not like I don't take it overly serious.
Yeah.
You know, like I think that's something with music is like you have the serious side, but then you also have the Sabrina Carpenter. I'm like, it's just kind of fun.
There's
Like, you know?
I want people to have fun listening to my
Yep.
music because I'm fun. So there's the
I agree.
fun. There's the like the fun and the sassy.
Yeah.
Then the self-deprecating. And I know that's crazy to be like, okay, why are you saying that? But if you listen to my song Why Baby Why,
Yeah.
it is top to bottom. It's basically I'm the problem, but it's you're the problem, but so am I, and we are so toxic together.
Yeah.
But it is so much easier to stay in this toxic relationship than get out. So I'm just gonna stay. I realize I'm the problem,
Yep.
but I'm not gonna do anything to fix it.
There's a whole conversation.
No one talks about,
No.
no female talks about that.
No.
I'm sorry, but like we are all the same. Most of us, 98% of us. I'm not going to speak for everybody because there's going to be one girl that's like,
I'm
like
not.
that.
That's not me. Hey, sweetie, you know what? We're proud of you. That
Yeah, I'm so happy. I'm very proud of you. But then there's that side, the self-deprecating side, and then there's two more sides. There's the emotional, sad girl, which there's only one song because when I get to the album phase of my career, my debut album, I want more emotional on there.
Yeah.
Because this EP is bangers only, but emotional. And then there's a love song because I'm in love. And I only sing breakup songs at writers' rounds, and my boyfriend's like sitting in the back row, like,
sit. We've been together for years, and you're still talking about breaking up. Awesome.
Yeah, it's not you. I would never write a breakup song about him. But
one of the things I've always found interesting when it comes to songwriters is, and especially like you see the speculation when it comes to like big name artists.
Yeah.
All the time, it's like someone writes a song and they're like, "This is about her," and I'm like,
it's not because he probably didn't even write it.
Yeah, right. That is that's like my thing. It's like, does it? And I understand like you're not Morgan Wallen, so like your life is not a public stage like Morgan Wallen is.
Mm-hmm.
Like the guy writes a song, and everyone's like, "This is about something." So it's like, what?
No.
So like, do you, as an artist, like, where's the line for you when it comes to writing between, okay, this is a real life experience. This is like, oh, something happened to me. I want to write a song about it. Versus like, no, like this is just a thought I have, and I'm gonna write it. This, you know?
Okay. There's like two sides to every thing, right? So like, when I'm writing a song, it's either this has happened to me currently or this has happened to me in the past.
Okay.
So I write about things that have happened to me not currently.
Okay.
So like, okay, for example, I just wrote a song a little while back. It's called If the Shoe Fits.
Okay.
And it's about basically a guy is coming to you and he's like, well, you said this and someone told me that you said this and you said this and I think that's about me and I think you should stop talking shit. You know what I mean? And you're like, okay, honey, I'm not actually talking shit about you, but if the shoe fits, go ahead and believe it.
If you hear something that I said and you're offended by it, then it's probably true whether I said it.
Yeah, exactly. And that can honestly go for relationships and like ex-friends and yada yada. But anyway, I wrote that like currently. That happened to me a long time ago.
Yep.
So it's like yes, is it a true story? Absolutely.
Yep.
But say like, say I just went through a current breakup. Just say I did. And it was like with somebody else, whatever.
Just clarify, she did not go through a breakup.
No, I did not. I'm very, very happy. And I love Garrett a lot. But anyways, I'm just saying hypothetically, if I was dating a different person and we broke up.
Yep.
And say it was a high profile person.
Yeah.
They would take that song and go, oh my gosh. Say I'm dating, like, I don't know, like.
Dating Joe Jonas.
Yes, dating Joe Jonas. They'd be like, oh my God, Joe Jonas. Joe Jonas thinks Maddie's talking shit. Oh my gosh. No, I wrote that song like because so-and-so thought I was.
It is so wild to me.
Yeah.
It's just, that's a phenomenon to me that I'm like, And I think it's prevalent because of social media too,
Yeah,
where like
it's
everyone
changed.
thinks they know everything about everyone. Then you've got Reddit boards that are like just straight people running their mouth about something. They think like I'm the nanny's best friend and the nanny like of any random person. You're like,
You're like, "Please just shut up."
what?
Well, that was really rude, but literally
But
just like
I'm honestly okay
you
with you being
don't
rude.
know these people, and
Yeah.
like Ella Langley posted something. I can't remember what it was, but it was literally like her talking to her band backstage, and she
Yeah.
was like, "Well, I can't say that because people think they know me, and I'm gonna be dating this person, whatever." And I'm like, "No, you're right," because like
Yep.
I can't imagine how like Megan Maroney and Ella Langley and all these girls
All,
feel of all these people
all of TikTok
that I
is
have
speculation.
I have no idea. I do not know these girls personally, but they could very well have like completely different boyfriends, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, they're dating Riley
It
Green."
just
I'm like,
even even as the like
even if they are, leave them
who
alone.
cares? Like you know what? If they are, I'm happy for you.
Yeah,
Good for you.
good for
It's
you.
like and it's like the I do think there's a sense of that that's like it, it's the pain of fame in a
Yes.
sense of where everyone wants to know. And I respect that everyone wants to know. But
Yeah, I want to
also
know
it's
stuff about people too.
yeah,
I'm nosy.
like I am too. Like it's there's fun to be like it's because I think some of it is because it's fun to walk into a room and be the person that knows.
True.
And even
Everyone
if
wants to
everyone
know
else
something that
doesn't
somebody,
know,
yeah.
yeah, it's like you know that you know and they don't know and it's
Hmm.
fun. But I want to shift gears a little and talk about I've heard you tell the story, but you talked about moving here at 19.
Hmm.
Tell the story of how you ended up in
This is this is everybody's favorite story. This is
Nashville.
my favorite
I
story.
love this story. I just want to hear it first person.
So I was on spring break. I was going to St. Thomas
Okay.
in St. Paul, Minnesota. My
Mhm.
mom is from Minneapolis. My mom's business is located in the Twin Cities.
Okay.
So I grew up going back and forth.
Yeah.
I just know the Twin Cities.
Okay.
Probably the best outside of where I grew up,
Yep.
which is Eagle River, Wisconsin.
Yep.
So I'm on spring break with a friend, and someone that I knew, his name is Garrett Thorne, was singing at Tootsie. So like he had
Shout out
already moved to
Tootsie's.
Nashville
Yep.
and kind of started doing the dang thing. So I walk into Tootsie's. I'm too young to be in the bar. Nobody knows this.
That's that's so
And I get on we're standing by the bar,
yeah.
and he sees me. He's like, "Oh my gosh, Maddie, like come sing with me." So I get on stage, sing like 2 songs. I can't remember, like acoustic with him.
Mhm.
Rooftop of Tootsie's. I think the Rooftop of Tootsie's had just opened too.
This is before rooftops were like the thing.
The thing. So
Yeah.
anyway, the guy that books the bands was like standing there, I apparently watching, and like pulled me aside, and he's like, "Do you live here?" And I did not,
Yeah.
but something in me was like, "Say yes." That's the toxic thing in the back of my head that pipes up a little too
Yeah,
much. But
that is
anyway,
fun.
I was like, "Yes." He was like, "Oh, do you want a job? Do you want to sing?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Okay,
No
well, come
way.
back on Saturday. We do auditions, and then we'll put you with a band and blah 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 yada." So, anyways, my mom flies in, and we do the audition. My mom's with me for the audition because
Okay.
the people I was with,
Yeah.
they got to go back to school. And so I did the audition, and I got hired that night
No
to sing
way.
at Tootsie's main floor. I think it was with this guy Tyson, who I haven't seen in so long. But anyway, um, him, and then I had like maybe the lyrics to 3 songs memorized. Like I didn't know what I was doing. I was so young. I was so naive, but I just did it. Like
That's
I thrive.
insane. Yeah.
I thrive off of chaos, and like
Yeah, I do too.
I just
It's fun.
it is fun. Like throw me in and I'll figure it out. Like I'm really
Yeah,
not
no, I
worried about
agree.
it.
Yeah.
And then after that I sang in town for like 2 weeks, and then me and my mom made up this lie that like my roommate situation fell through or something, and I had to go home. So I went home, packed up all my stuff.
Yeah.
My dad put my Jeep in a trailer and drove me down, and I moved into an apartment, and here I am.
You've been here almost 10 years. That was
Almost 10 years.
2016.
It'll be 10 years in April.
We just this 2 days ago was 2 years or 10 years since we moved.
That's crazy.
No, it's wild. Like, and it's all like you talking about being on Broadway in 2016. Broadway has changed so much
It's not the same.
in the last 9 years.
Hmm.
Like, and I think COVID changed it a lot because it was always like honky tonk bars and fun, but
Mhm.
it's like it's very different now. But that story, I think, though, I think it tells a lot about you as a person, that in a good way, that you're here on spring break having fun, whatever. You sing a song, you get asked, and you're like, whether you knew it or not, you're like, I'm gonna take a chance on myself.
Mhm.
Ta- Talk about that, being willing to take a chance on yourself at 19, and how in what sense has that followed you through the course of your career as a singer and songwriter? Because like, what was the timeline between you coming here at 19, you start singing on Broadway, versus you then start getting connected to actually writing, producing, releasing music?
Okay, so before I moved to Nashville, I'd
Mhm.
actually visited with my family.
Okay.
Um, I worked like 3 jobs one summer to save like $10,000 to record this EP. Um, I've always wanted it. There's nothing else I've ever wanted to do in my life
Really?
except maybe be an astronaut. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, those
Okay,
are the
so
2
if you
things I
want to be an
wanted to do.
astronaut, you just need to join Dude Perfect, and then you can go to space.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Dude, perfect.
My son is obsessed with Dude Perfect.
I don't even know what that is.
You've seen it.
Probably.
So like they're
I'm
like,
chronically online.
yeah, oh 1000%. Like they're 5 buddies from college now. They've been doing it forever. I'm now also obsessed with Dude Perfect for some reason, because like we watch it all of the time. But
Yeah.
they like do trick shots, and one of them got to go to space. It's a whole thing.
I want to go to space
But
someday.
so
But
music was what you always wanted, though.
it's always a thing. So that was right out of high school. So what do you say? Call it deferred, I guess, a semester. And I did the EP thing. So I worked.
Okay.
I worked, saved all this money.
Okay.
And then my parents helped fill in the cracks here and
Yeah.
there. And then recorded at Blackbird Studios, where I met
Really?
this guy, David Hall. And he introduced me to my now vocal coach, Brett Manning. And then I recorded this EP. So I have 2
So
little.
this was right out of high school?
Yeah. I'm a
Okay.
little baby.
Yeah.
So then I go to college. I'm like, I should probably learn a thing or two. I was good at school, except for in math. Don't even ask me anything math related.
Is anybody really that good at math?
No, I'm also bad at geography, but we're not even going to talk about that. It's embarrassing.
Okay,
So
but on that note, though, does anybody really know where the states are? Like, if you said right now, find Iowa on a map, no shot. There's no,
No.
and I like, there is
not actually.
no
I'm
chance.
looking at a map and it'd be like
Yeah,
right there.
it's like if this is Florida, it's somewhere in this area.
It's in the middle somewhere.
Like, I could tell you where Florida is, where West Virginia is because I grew up there, where Tennessee is because I live there, and I could tell you where California and Alaska and Hawaii, maybe. But like the rest of them,
Yeah,
and
geography.
Texas. Texas is just the biggest. But anyways, I digress.
Geography is just a mess in
It's
my
very
head. I never know where I
confusing.
am. But anyways, I
No.
clearly don't even know what date is sometimes. But
I don't.
what was I talking about?
Right, your first EP.
So
and like
okay,
wanting
so
to
very,
do-
very
yeah,
first
yeah,
EP.
yeah.
It's 4 songs. It's probably still floating on the internet. You can find it. 5 out of 10 recommend. So anyways,
I recommend it so that you see where I've come.
yeah, exactly. See how far I've come. Also, the people that worked on that EP, super
Yeah.
talented. Very, very thankful for them. Anyways, when I moved to Nashville, I have those 2 little connections. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Not little.
Yeah.
I have these 2 connections.
Yep.
So David Hall produced that EP. Basically, when I moved to town, he was like, so you need to figure out the writing thing, the co-writing thing, blah, blah, blah. I'd never done it. So he introduces me to no other than Chris Lindsay, who's probably like one of the biggest names that a 19-year-old would be writing with. He
Yeah.
wrote Amazed by Lone Star. Like, he is
Wow.
a huge name, him and
Yeah.
Amy Mayo. But anyway, Amy Mayo. Actually, cut that out. Him and his wife, Amy. So anyway, Amy Lindsay. I don't know. Amy. Whatever. Their studio's
Yeah.
Amy Land. I'm sorry. I have a permanent big splotch in my brain and I can't remember anything. But anyway, so then I started it's like a weird, crazy flex that my first co-write was with Chris Lindsay, who wrote the song Drive Me Crazy. I have a music video on YouTube of it and everything. It's a really cool song.
Yeah.
But anyway, I like just slowly kind of started finding my way because when
Yeah.
I moved here, I didn't know anyone like
Yeah, right.
doing the solid Nashville co-write every day thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I just kind of like found my way and I just met people and I sang on Broadway and met a bunch of musicians.
Yeah.
And that was like my life for a year and a half, two maybe. Um, got my own band then and started booking my own shifts. And then I met my friend Emma, and that was like my like intro to like co-writing. And she would write songs with me.
Okay.
Um, and then through Emma, I just kind of figured out to, okay, well, if I want to write with somebody else, I'd like DM them and ask them
Yeah.
or something. And then I just slowly started like kind of creating my circle.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 2019, right before COVID happened, I like got this call, or I auditioned a long time ago, and then I got this like confirmation thing that I was going to be on The Voice, and I was like, "Oh, no way!"
Got you.
So then COVID happened. I got the call, "Hey, you're going to be on season 19. Like blah 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 blah. We're going to fly you out in April." Well, then COVID like got even
Yeah.
worse, and they're like, "Hey, May." And they're like, "Okay, never mind June." Okay, never mind July. So
It
anyway,
kept getting pushed
yeah,
back.
so like I stayed home, all of these things. I knew like this thing was coming up.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then in July, then they flew me out. I was on The Voice.
Yeah.
That whole thing happened. And then when I came back home after The Voice, I got this call from JD, and he's like, "Do you do this writing thing?" He works at Seagale. And I was
Okay.
like, yeah, kind of. And I'm sure like I was so young. I was so young. I was
Yeah.
24. I was such a little teeny tiny baby. And I'm not completely positive, but it was probably like for a pub deal thing.
Yeah.
And he was setting me up with these rights to like probably see how I wrote and what people thought and like blah 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 blah. I was so young. I think I canceled 3 of them. I kept losing my voice because I was singing all the
Yeah.
time. But so that kind of I just didn't understand the concept of it.
Yeah.
Then that helped me with just meeting people
Yep.
in town, like writers. Then I started playing writers rounds. Then I started like inviting people to play rounds with me. And
Yeah. Right.
then I started filling my own schedule. And now I have a writing manager, Faith, who does my writing calendar for me. And
Yeah.
like it's just like I just don't think there's any way around doing that stuff yourself. You
Yeah.
have to find your crew.
Yeah. When there's such a level where you have to grind.
You do.
Like, I don't know, and I could be wrong. I don't know that there's really any successful artists right now who didn't on some level have to grind. And you don't see it.
No.
Like, people don't know the grind you've been on the last 9 years.
No, because they see you the day before you blew up
Yep.
and then the day after you blew up.
Correct.
And they're like,
Which is
overnight
cool.
success.
Yeah.
Which it is, technically.
Sort of, but like there's no building without the foundation that gets laid for X amount of time.
Mhm.
Some people's longer, some people's shorter. But like for you, you've been doing music for a long time. And you really have been here doing it for 9 years. So it's like when the success comes, it's not overnight.
Yeah, no.
But I also feel like when you do go through that process of laying the foundation for X amount of time, when you are successful at whatever it is, you have a better perspective and appreciation for it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because you
completely.
know, like, I didn't just walk into this.
No.
I worked my ass off to do it.
Yeah. And it makes it more worth it.
Yep.
Because when you're at the top, like I always think, okay, when I go to a concert,
Mhm.
I cry because I put myself in that person's
Oh,
shoes.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I want that so bad. That's
Yeah.
like the one thing I want in my life. Like
Yeah.
and I will achieve it. I just need a little time. You know what I mean? Like it's just
100%. Well, you're still
I have
very
to
young,
do it.
too.
Yeah. And I just like that's the thing. But I always when I put myself in that person's shoes,
Yeah.
there's no way that when I play that show to that many people that I'm not sobbing at some point during that show.
Yeah.
Because I know how hard I
You
worked.
know what it took to get to
And
it.
how many days that I woke up in the morning and I was like, oh, here I go again. Like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
And then there's, the following day, I'm like, oh, that's why I'm doing it.
Well, that leads me to my next question. as a non-signed artist
Mhm.
or unsigned, whatever the right word is, and someone who's been here grinding for 9 years as an artist, songwriter, what keeps you motivated knowing that you will have success? Because, like, how many people do you know that have given up the dream?
I've actually known a few people that have given up, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
But the things the things that keep me motivated are God,
Yep.
my family,
Mhm.
and then the fact that I'm not good at anything else.
I did not. I want you to know how much I did not expect that answer, but I genuinely respect the answer.
I okay, I
Oh
I
my
mean that
god.
very lightheartedly because, like, I'm pretty sure I could figure something else out, but I don't have a plan B.
Yeah.
Like, I want it so bad,
Yep.
I dream about it. I
Yep.
When I'm eating dinner, I'm thinking about it. When I'm on a run, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other thing for me.
Yeah.
Like, God put this on my heart, like, and he put it in permanent marker and
Yeah.
not just any Sharpie. It's the biggest, fattest Sharpie
Yeah.
you can find. And it's written on my heart and I have to do it. Cause there's
Yep.
also like, we prayed before this and all that stuff,
Yeah.
which I love.
Yeah.
There's this thing in my heart that I really love how Ella Langley says, I wouldn't be here without God.
Yeah.
Bailey Zimmerman says it. I became a huge fan of his when I went to his concert. And he said, the only reason I'm here, and you're thinking, is because of you guys, the fans. He goes,
Yeah.
the only reason I'm here is to spread the word about our Lord and Savior. And I just was like,
Dang.
but like,
Yeah.
there's a need for that in our culture.
Right.
And I just think, and I think Morgan Wallen does a good job about it. He sings about it sometimes, and you just know he's a
Yeah.
God-fearing man.
Right.
But like, I want people to see an imperfect human
Yeah.
just spreading the word of God.
Yeah. Sure.
Because I just think that the reason God put that on my heart, I think, is because in his timing and in his plan, and when it happens, I'll have this big audience to
Yeah.
share his love with.
And there's something beautiful about that. I mean, I think for me in that conversation, it's shifted over time. Because, like, I mean, you may or may you know this, but like people may or may not know. I was in ministry for 10 years,
Mhm.
and at one point in time in my life, was convinced the only thing I wanted to do was to start a church, be a pastor, and do it forever.
Mhm.
And it looks a lot different now. Like,
Yeah.
because if you ask me now, you're like, I've had people ask me, like, what's with you in ministry? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I love people. I love the Lord. But like me reaching people looks a lot different.
Mhm.
But I think there's a sense though, like you said something though, that you were, I don't remember the exact wording you used, but you were born to do this.
Mhm.
And like, there's nothing else that you can do. And I think there is such a sense as humans of, there's a difference between a dream and something that like, because we all dream about things. It's the way we're created to.
Mhm.
But there's also a part of it where it's like, if I have this dream and if I don't do it, I will regret not doing it because I will feel like I missed what I was born to do.
Yeah, I will have missed my calling.
Yeah.
And uh, one of my friends said this a long time ago. One of my good friends when I first moved here. We were talking about like our greatest fears in life, and I was like, I don't know, octopus. Like I like just basic whatever. And he was like,
Yeah, but an octopus is terrible.
no, they are terrifying. I hate them. Squids, sorry.
Raccoons.
Just-
I don't know that
You don't like raccoons?
I hate raccoons.
I love
Oh
them.
my god.
They
I
are
hate
so
raccoons.
cute.
No, see, nope. I'm out. Raccoons, possums. I'm out. Sorry.
I just love raccoons. It's okay. But he said his greatest fear in life is never measuring up to his potential.
Yeah.
And then I completely changed my mind. I was like, oh no, actually, that is my greatest fear.
Yep.
Is looking back someday and being like, I could have done that.
Yeah.
I could have. And I know that if I don't do everything in my power,
Yep.
with a few naps here and there, to make it and do the thing
Yeah.
and like be on the stage and have the crowd, however big that may be someday,
Yeah.
I will look back and I will regret a lot.
All right, sorry. We took a short break because I had a genuine fear I didn't record anything so far.
But
And
did.
we did record it. Praise God. So let you're talking about your biggest fear and like not measuring up to your potential.
Mhm.
So I feel that on like a very deep level. And like I'm also a very driven, like naturally, like if I'm not driven, like there was a time in my life where I lost my luster for everything.
Mhm.
I had quit a job that took me to the darkest place I've ever been. Never in my life have I like been as depressed and anxious as it was. And it took me like 15 months probably
Wow.
to like maybe longer to get out of that where I had the inherent drive to do something again.
Mhm.
So as an artist and as a human being, that is your biggest fear is not reaching your potential, what you could be, but also not being where you want to be. How do you not lose your luster for the grind?
Well, I mean, I do.
I know we kind of talked about that in a
Yeah.
sense, but like,
I-
okay, let me rephrase because you probably do lose the luster for it.
Mhm.
How do you get it? What do you do when you can feel like I don't feel this?
Mhm.
Because and I know we did talk about this in a sense, but like I feel like this is a little different.
It's different.
A little different point of it, but like you're gonna have your days where you wake up and you go, screw this, I'm done.
Yeah.
So and if you stay in that, you can go down a dark path. So what does it look like for you to when you lose your luster for the grind?
Mhm.
How do you get it back?
So there's this thing that my writing manager Faith said because I went through this dark-ish
Yeah.
period this year because every write was getting canceled and
Oh.
I felt like, oh my gosh, I'm not good enough. These people don't like me. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I've been here for so long. Like, what am I doing? Why?
Yeah.
Like, and she literally said, find your why.
Yep.
Like, you
That's
have to
so
go
good,
back
though.
and find your why.
Yep.
And I can tell you my why is when I played at Joe's on Weed Street in Chicago and everyone was singing the words to my songs and I have the videos. And when I get down and out and I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I watch those videos and I'm like, oh, okay, keep going.
God, that's so. Was it Joe's Crab Shack?
No, Joe's on Weed Street.
I just love Joe's Crab Shack.
I love
Hey,
Joe's Crab Shack. Well,
might
Joe's
be a
Crab
chain.
Shack doesn't exist anymore in Nashville. It's unfortunately Barstool.
That is where I forgot. Shout out Barstool Sports. Shout out Barstool's Bar.
Yeah.
I've walked in there like twice.
I've been once.
And it was.
I went to the bathroom and then I left.
Yeah, I honestly think that we did the same thing. We went in on like a Thursday night. I had a friend in town, and we had been at like, we'd been somewhere, nothing crazy, and I'm like, let's walk down there and see. I haven't been in it, and there was like 4 people in the whole bar.
Really?
Oh, there was no one. I mean, I'm telling you, it was dead, and it was the loudest place I've ever been. And like, once you hit 30, like loud environments,
Yes.
I'm out.
I just don't. Okay, there's a time and place for going out
Yes.
and like, and that is like twice a year for me. And like that's fine, but the reasoning
Yeah.
is I do loud for a living.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say you literally are in a bar 4 nights a week playing music.
Yeah.
So like you live it.
Yeah. And Barry's is loud.
Barry's
Singing downtown
Barry's
is loud.
Yeah.
I have my headphones cranked as loud as I can when I'm cutting vocals. Like my job is loud.
Yeah.
So
It's
I'm
like
good. I don't need to go to a
well,
loud
and
club.
I also would just rather sit in my house with friends and have drinks than I would get loud.
Same.
Like it's fun. Like don't get me wrong. I like
I
have
do.
friends-
Sometimes I get an itch. I'm
Yeah,
like,
like sometimes I'm like my buddy's like, hey, let's go to Losers. And I'm like, I'm in. Let's go to Losers. It's
Mhm.
fun. We went and saw Ernest released his record
he did
label.
Lose Earns.
He did Lose Earns, and it was
And Morgan played.
Morgan showed up and played. What's crazy was we were standing, like, if you're looking at stage on, like, stage left, if you're on stage, stage right, and, like, we had talked going in. I'm like, "It's really possible that Morgan shows up and sings something." He's like, "Who knows? We'll see." I'm like, "No, like, I don't
I
know, but,
called it
like, it
too. I was
could
like,
be
his
sick."
album comes out too, so like
Yeah.
he's probably going to.
I'm like, I could see it. And I'm standing there, and, like, I don't remember if Jamie Johnson had been out yet or not, but, like, I think Ella came up and sang a song with him, and so, like, he had a couple people out there, and I'm standing there, and I see someone. I stand over the crowd in most places, and I see someone do this, and I hit
Yeah.
my best friend who was with me. I'm like, "Bro, Morgan's fucking here." He's like, "No way." I'm like, "Come here," and I, like, leaned him over, and I pointed. I'm like, "Dude, he's right there." And he's like, "Holy shit." And within, like, 5 seconds, people like in front of me now see him. And it was funny because, like, there's some girls around us like, "Who's here? Like, what's everyone looking at?" I'm like, "Morgan Wallen's here." They're like, "There's no way." I'm like, "Yeah, like, he's right there." Everyone's losing their mind. I felt bad for Ernest because Ernest was, like, in the middle of the song, and he, like, had this. It seemed like he had this big old thing playing, and he goes, "All right, Morgan, well, everyone knows you're here, so come on out." And they sang Flower Shop together. Under.
It's so funny to me to see. But okay, that's another why for me
Yeah.
is seeing those things happen because
Oh yeah.
think about Morgan before the fame. Like
Yeah.
the fame that he's at now.
Like now, where you literally cannot go anywhere.
Where no, he can't. But like I would walk into Red Door and he would be there. Like it's just like
Shout out Red
he
Door.
was just so like shout out
Red Door's like the greatest dive bar I
It
think
is,
ever.
and I like to go there.
Red Door
I
and
haven't been in a long time.
Red Door and Losers were like
Yeah.
neck and neck.
But like but then you see first of all, he did blow up really fast, but it was kind of like
It was gradual in a sense.
he's here to stay because it was so consistent
Yeah.
of the growth. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like
I do.
you can measure it consistently. But anyway,
Oh yeah.
there's also a lot of people that are here to stay who blew up very fast. But anyway, you look at that level of fame, and he was
Yeah.
very famous. Like I was at Losers, and I was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever. Like that's crazy. And then you see how big he is now,
Yeah.
and then he comes back and plays with his friend Ernest, and it's at Losers, and the crowd goes
I know.
crazy wild
It's
because he's so big.
insane.
But that's a why. Like that's what I want to do.
Yep.
I want somebody like, oh my gosh, I literally
Yeah.
went to Red Door and she was there.
Yeah.
But then she goes and can play Bridgestone.
Yep.
And then come back and play with her friend at this stage.
Yep.
And that's like
No,
crazy.
there is
That's
something beautiful about that.
It's just cool. Like I just
Did you when you saw him out there? Did you know him at the time?
vaguely.
Yeah. You just knew like
Yeah.
you know who he is, but you weren't like acquainted.
Yeah. I
that
mean,
much.
like I'm sure we would say hi to each other then.
Yeah.
But like
When was that?
like 2000 whenever he was opening for
Was that like If I Know
Tones.
Me era?
Yes.
A little after that?
Whatever whiskey glasses. Like you know when he filmed his music video at Winners?
Okay.
Like
Okay,
he
shout out
filmed
Winners.
yeah, and like Hardy was in the music video.
Dude, it's funny to go back. I just called you dude, I'm sorry. But it is funny to go back and see like those old stuff before Hardy's artist career had really started. And he's like
Yeah,
in
he's just-
Morgan's music
he's just in
videos.
it.
And he's an up down, I think is the one it is. And it's
Yeah.
the funniest thing.
Well,
It's-
I think it was like when he really first started to pick up. It was like
Yeah.
whiskey back.
because like it was in between like that If I Know Me album, if
Yeah.
I remember correctly. And
Gosh, I
like
love that
Dangerous.
album.
Yeah, no, it's,
I love all his music.
I do too.
Honestly, this podcast is centered around how much we like Morgan Wallen's music.
honestly, as much serious conversation we've had, it's all kind of come back to the fact that we do adore Morgan's music and Hardy and Ernest songwriting.
Yeah.
The Ernest Nashville album
So good.
is so slept on to me.
It really is because you know the cool thing about Ernest too is he has done everything.
Yep.
He's been a hip hop artist. He's been
Wasn't his hip hop name like Snow?
Snow something.
That's so funny.
He's
to
been a
me.
hip hop artist. He's done like the country reggae kind of
Yeah.
vibe, which is my favorite album. And then he's done like the country. He's done the pop country. Like he's
done a little bit of all. He re-recorded Island. Was it Island Stream? Is that the song?
Mhm.
That was on like one of his first projects he did. It's such a good
Or
song.
no, what's the one he did with Lainey? I
What if
would if
I
I
could?
could.
This I've heard him tell the story of that song on podcasts and stuff. It's like it's 40-year-old song
Yeah,
that never got cut.
I know.
Isn't that something insane though about music? How you can have a song that lives, or a song that is unborn rather, and then boom, and it lives.
Yeah.
And now I think he soloed that song.
Yeah,
The
he did,
studio
and
cut
it
it.
was his radio
Yeah,
thing,
it went
right?
radio. Yeah, I don't know if it hit number one yet.
I don't think it did.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
Morgan releases a 36 song album.
And they all go number
Yeah.
one.
I mean, yeah,
It's not bad. It's just
no,
like it happens
it's
every time.
crazy.
It's just crazy.
At one point in time, the whole album was charting.
It's just insane.
That's wild.
I just think the life of a song is really cool though, because
Yeah,
you
I
can
do
think
too.
like, I mean, people get down because they're like, oh, I released this song, and like, I can speak from experience.
Yeah.
I've done this so many times. I've released so much music, and like, oh, it just didn't do well. And like people are like, yeah, the life of the song happens in the first week. You're gonna see how good it's gonna do. No, it could do really well later on.
Well, think about how many songs recently came out a long time ago, and they've like been rebirthed.
Think about the friggin' theme song of Stranger Things, the last like Stranger Things season, the running up that hill. That is what? An 80s song?
What-
And it was number one.
Remember the Ocean Spray, the Fleetwood Mac song?
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about that. How old is that song?
Yeah.
And then a guy drinks Ocean Spray, whatever, cranberry, orange juice, grape juice, whatever it was, uses that song.
Yeah.
And it becomes this gigantic trending thing on TikTok. And I mean, the song was probably 30 or 40 years old when that.
It's just insane the way TikTok has changed the industry.
Yes.
It literally turned it upside down on its head.
Some of it I think was good.
Some
in
of
a
it was
sense,
good, but most of it was bad.
Yeah, most of it's like, I think to your point that you said earlier, talking about like the short attention span that's come with humans, I do think that.
It
I think that
ruined our
negatively
attention
has it.
spans.
Well, like even on a different note, but on a similar note, you think about how like, I think the first thing that ruined it was streaming movies. Because like, we turned on, I'm a huge Mary-Kate and Ashley fan.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up with two sisters. I don't care what you think. I think Mary-Kate and Ashley movies are the cringiest gold you will ever find.
Oh, I loved them.
I adore, like I still love them. Like Holiday in the Sun. So Tori and I went on a cruise for our anniversary, or for our honeymoon in 2015, and we went to Atlantis. And I don't know if you remember that movie or not, but like they stay at Atlantis for their Christmas break, whatever, and they go in this like underground aquarium, and we walked in, and I looked at Tori, like, Mary Kate Ashley's sitting there, and she's like, you're like, she's like, you're 21 years old. Why do you care? I'm like, leave me alone.
Yeah,
But
I'm happy.
I like this. I might have peaked right now, but they'd say we were at Christmas. We turned on. My parents have an old VHS player, and we turned on. I think we did watch Getting There, which was one of their movies,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think we watched like the Santa Claus 2 on VHS.
I love Santa Claus movies.
Oh my God, they're so good. But my youngest sister, who's 12, and my son, who at the time was 7, they were like, you turn a movie on, and it plays all the opening credits. And they're like, we got to skip this. I'm like, no, sit down and shut up.
Yeah.
Like,
you gotta watch it.
No, there's opening credits, and it's like the Disney Channel, here we go, with Peter Pan. And I'm like, all of that to say, it's like, none of that exists anymore.
No.
Like, at all.
Have you seen F1?
The movie?
Yeah.
No.
They do opening credits.
Do they really? Mm-hmm. So like when you go to theaters, you have it, but like back in the day, when a movie came out, you had like every DVD and VHS had opening credits.
Mm-hmm.
It had all of your previews for stuff coming out soon, which is so cool to go back and watch it. So like our son wanted a TV, and I'm like, okay, we got him my in-laws had an old TV that had a DVD player built into it.
I wasn't allowed to have a TV, but
Yep.
I had a TV with a VHS.
Yep. And so like he only has DVDs, but it's all like old stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But so I have greatly thought about all the movies that I truly love, like reverting back and getting just all the DVDs out, and just like having them all on streaming. Like it's cool to have, but I'm also like, there's something. So like,
get them on Blu-ray.
That's what I'm saying. But there's also something too about the like graininess of the original DVD that it's not crisp and it's not perfect. It's not in 4K.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the me being overly nostalgic. But all to go back to like talking about the short attention span. I think you could trace the genesis of it back to the ease of streaming when Netflix came out in New York. I mean, I remember though when Netflix first came out, it was all DVDs. So it was just a modern blockbuster.
Yes. It was a
And
red box.
it was Redbox before Redbox, which Redbox is now extinct.
I know.
But
I like watched the one get taken away from Walgreens.
I had a
and
friend
was
that
like,
worked for Redbox. He was like a repairman for Redbox units. And so like we were together one time. We had to stop at a Walmart so he could look at it. That's a true story. Seth Holster, if you hear this, shout out to you. But it's just so interesting though when you think back of like the progression of the last 21 years, and it feels so fast. How
I blinked and I'm almost 30.
I blinked and I'm 31 with a 7-year-old in a second.
Yeah.
But how quick it feels like we went from everything with CDs to we had an iPod, to we had an iPod Touch, to we have streaming, to we have Sirius XM radio, to we have streaming music, to we have streaming music on demand on your phone, to we have TikTok where 30-second clips is now the music you listen. Like it's just it's not that those things are bad. It's just there, and maybe again, it's like kids these days don't. That's such an old person thing to say.
No, but it's true. Like
But
you're not gonna like. Okay, I think about it in these terms. Like I love Taylor Swift. Like
yes,
I am obsessed with her.
yeah.
Not like crazy obsessed, but like
But
a normal
yeah,
level
yeah,
of
yeah.
obsession.
Yeah, you're not looking
And
for Easter eggs, but you will listen to her music.
yes, exact. Amen. And I think about when she would release an album,
Yeah.
I would like wait and wait and wait, and then she'd drop a single and be on the radio.
Yep. Oh, I
And
know.
that was it. And then it was like, okay, now you can buy it on iTunes. So I would buy it on
Oh,
iTunes,
I remember
and me
that
and
too.
and I will never forget this. I'm
Yeah.
at my this house on Dollar Lake in Eagle River, and I'm with my dad. And Taylor Swift releases "We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together."
Yeah.
I lose my mind.
Yep.
I watched the video on YouTube. Is how she dropped it.
Yeah.
The only way you could hear it was like on the radio. But anyway, like, and then after that, you waited for the album to drop. Then you went
Yep.
to Walmart. You bought the album.
You bought the physical album.
But
You'd go to
then-
Target if you had money and get the special edition Target Taylor Swift album.
But then you would get the special edition when she dropped it, which had the second CD, and it would have
Oh
a
yeah.
booklet and
And
have
a
pictures
and it'd
a
have
pen and
posters and the
guitar
whole deal.
picks, and like I wanted it so bad, and
Yeah.
like my parents, I have the red like special edition, and I have the red special edition. I have the Speak Now CD. I have the Fearless CD. I have just the Taylor Swift.
I could get in the car and listen to her old stuff.
I still have the Speak Now CD in my car.
I will stand on Red as her greatest album.
It's Red. There's like I can't get over Speak Now.
Yeah, no, that album too though.
So good.
So good.
There's this story. You actually know, you realize, but you forget how good of a songwriter she is.
No, yes. Especially, not that she's not a great songwriter now, but then the way, like how prevalent of a singer-songwriter in style she was then as opposed to now where she's a little more poppy. And it's just, I think when you're more poppy, the art of songwriting can get lost.
Yes, I agree.
In the production of the sound.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Red to me is like the quintessential fall album.
Oh, absolutely.
Of where like when like next Monday, we're recording this in August and it's a freaking zillion degrees outside.
Mm-hmm.
Next Monday's supposed to be like 70. Do you think I'm not going to listen to that album on repeat? Or sometime next week, it's supposed to be like in the 70s, and I'm going to just turn that album on.
Mm-hmm.
And when I hear what's the song with Ed Sheeran on that?
Everything has
changed. When I hear that
changed.
song, I'm gonna cry and I'm gonna light a cinnamon candle and it's just gonna be like everything's great. And I'm gonna go buy a pumpkin spice latte.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do. Okay, I'm a summer girl. I literally have a song called Summer Forever. What if it was summer forever?
Yep.
Which all my friends in northern Wisconsin think that I jinxed winter, and I got rid of winter because I wrote a song about summer. I'm like, leave me alone. I love them to death.
Yeah.
It wasn't my fault.
Listen,
It's global warming.
it's global warming. Someone is to blame and it's not us. So here's the thing. I love summer. Like, I adore summer. But here's my caveat. As soon as I get home from the beach in August, I'm done with summer. And I'll tell you why. It's 98 degrees outside right now. But like, if I had a pool, I would feel different. Probably.
Yeah. You're right.
But like, Nashville is, I think, one of the worst cities to have summer because the humidity is constantly the highest it can possibly be.
Mm-hmm.
You can't breathe outside. It's not enjoyable. So I'm like, part of it though is like, I love the changes.
But can I fight fire with fire?
Yeah, 1000% you can.
Nashville's the worst city to have winter in.
It's also true because it's either a hot winter or it's freezing.
And it's cold. And
Yep.
if you're in northern Wisconsin, it's dry and it's cold. So, like, this is my analogy. When you walk outside in northern Wisconsin in the depth of winter, yes, is it dark and dreary and gross?
But I got no idea.
But when you walk outside, the cold like bounces off and like it's just on your outside.
It ricochets.
Like you can it ricochets. You can bundle up and be
Your
good.
skin is a trampoline.
Your skin is a trampoline. Here, it's humid. It soaks through your clothes. It soaks in through your skin into your bones, and then you're just cold and wet. And that's winter in Nashville.
But that's also summer in Nashville too. It's like you're hot and wet.
I would rather be damp and hot than damp and cold, and then also not able to warm up because you just can't warm up.
So that's why
long.
Like, when our fake fall we get though is like peak winter because it's like 75. There's no humidity.
Yeah, fake fall's coming up.
Fake fall's coming up.
Then we'll be on Satan's front porch again
for the fourth time.
And then it'll be real fall.
For
a week.
For about 6 days, and then it's winter.
Yeah.
And it's like, can somebody make up their mind?
Yeah.
It's like, do we need to talk to God about this? So on a more serious note, I have 2 more questions for you before we wrap up. Prior to the introduction of Madeline Carter, your EP coming out, what is the project that you've released, whether it's a single, EP, or whatever, that you're most proud of? Not from like the performance of it, but like the most proud of, like, I'm so proud of myself and that body of work that it is.
This is actually gonna be funny. I'll show you.
Okay.
So, and you can like screenshot.
Oh yeah, I will.
Put it on the thing.
It's going to get screen.
This.
I almost said screenshotted, but that's not right.
So I screen. Yeah, we're not gonna say what I just almost said. Where is just my profile? Okay, so I before I worked with Ryan, I worked really heavily with this guy Jerry Jacobs. He's so talented.
Okay.
He's at Sony now, which is amazing. And what's a really cool story is I will never forget writing with him, and we would joke and we would say like a really, really bad line. Like someone would say something really like just that's not going in the song.
Yeah.
And then he would be like, hang on, let me check my email and refresh and see if I have any publishing deals waiting for me.
Oh, God.
And now he's got one.
So good.
It's like so funny. Anyway, okay, so I released an EP with him called Little Miss.
Okay.
And that was like a very successful EP for me.
Okay.
It was kind of more like rock heavy.
Oh, I like it.
But I released this acoustic thing that I worked on with Jerry it was basically an acoustic thing of Heaven, and then this other song that I wrote called Mine Anymore.
Okay.
And first of all, the cover art is my favorite cover art I've ever done. And then I basically released an acoustic version. Oops, I love my song Heaven. That's one of my favorite ones. I think I have an EP release show coming September 24th that I will probably play that song at just because it's so nostalgic to me.
That's cool.
But the Mine Anymore song, I basically had like 50% of it written, and I brought it to my friend Blair Hanks, and he helped me finish the song. And like, it's such very rarely do you get to be just a singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
and it's so singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
And I have another song that's not out that I wrote by myself along the same era that's called Happy for You, Sad for Me. And
Okay.
it's just so songwriter,
Yeah.
like Morgan's album is so
Yeah.
songwriter,
I
whatever.
just there's something so sick about that. Like,
But I love it,
I do
and
too. Like,
there
I love when you feel the personality. This goes back to, I feel like this is something we talked about so much today, but you feel the personality
Mhm,
of the artist in the project through the songwriting.
mhm. You see, and I think you see me in that because
Yeah.
do I love a a very produced, very well produced, but like
Yeah.
super fun, like my Cool It Cowboy. I love Cool It Cowboy. That's probably my favorite
That
song
sounds
I've ever
fire. Yeah.
released. I love that. That's who I am.
Yeah.
But to the core, like if you take away that,
Yeah.
I'm just a sad girl. And I really just like to sing like really heart-wrenching
But like,
stuff.
honestly, I kind of feel like that is why everybody loves Megan.
Mhm. I would totally agree.
Like, what does it? She did it. I love Megan.
She's just so real.
Yeah.
Like
What's
the
um,
well, the song that's out now, the 6 months later, is literally like, first of all, that's so true.
yeah.
And she's got
That's
the
not,
Sabrina Carpenter thing going, like the
yes.
man
No. No.
hating,
She
like,
does. She really
and
does.
girls eat
And
that
yeah,
with a
and they
spoon.
all just blame it on Morgan Wallen. And I like it's one of those things that's like it's
Yeah,
probably
but it's
not.
only helping him. So
And yeah. It's all,
I
it's
wouldn't
all like
complain.
there's no bad publicity, right? We had that conversation before we started recording. No, that's cool though. I don't know that I've listened to that project yet, so I'm gonna
It's very old. It's literally from what is this? 2023. Okay.
it
2
feel
years ago.
2023 feels like a long time ago.
Yeah, it does feel like way longer. I love that song. I don't
I'm gonna
know
listen
though,
to it.
like you can't ask me those things. They're all my little babies.
No, that's what I was gonna say. That's what's hard though, I feel like as a creator, as a songwriter for you, from my perspective, is that is like everyone like you wouldn't put something out if it didn't mean something to you.
Exactly.
And that's the beauty of being a creator of like everything you do. Yeah, it's like, okay, this what it kind of goes back a little to the the life of songs.
Mhm.
But like I heard Joe Jonas talking recently on a podcast about because I'm just a Jonas Brothers stan, just massive stan.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But I heard him talking about he heard someone say or someone told him that the songs no longer belong to them. They belong to the fans. And so you thinking through that lens as a songwriter of like you write a song in this conversation of the life of the song. It's like you write a song that meant something to you the next day.
Mhm.
And then you're on to the next one because you have new things to create. But that song will forever mean something, like you said earlier, like
To
when
somebody
you create
else.
something,
Yeah.
that song's gonna change someone's life. And like
Mhm.
as you grow as an artist and as you grow into a career of doing shows and stuff, it's like there's gonna be a song that you wrote in 2017 that someone hears and it changes their life.
And they're gonna be like,
And
wait, why didn't she play it at the show?
yeah, and then someone's gonna be like,
Yeah.
I really wanted you to hear what really wanted to hear that song, and you go, I forgot that song existed.
Mhm.
But I think it's the beautiful thing of creating art too.
Yeah, it
And
really
music is genuinely art. And I don't know anyone would argue that. But like music in that sense is like you create this body of work and then you let it live.
Mhm. And you kind of like leave it up to interpretation.
Yep.
Like I
And when someone thinks that a song is about someone, it's not. You just let it
exactly.
be.
It's that, but I've also
Yeah.
had songs that like mean something else to me completely,
Yeah.
and they take on a whole new meaning online.
Yep.
And it's just like crazy. Like my song Overthinking, like that was a decent one for me on TikTok, and like it's just cool to be like I wrote that song coming from a place of in my relationship. That was a very real thing for me to write.
Yeah.
Because like something that people don't talk about too when you get into a healthy relationship is you're still healing from your old
Yep.
ones, and
And it takes a long time.
yeah, it takes a long time. It probably takes I don't actually don't even know because I feel like I'm not 100% healed. But like
Yeah.
the way that I used to, I am much better now. But the way that like if my significant other would leave the house, I would be like, "What are you doing? Who are you hanging out with?
Yeah.
Where are you going? What time are you going to be back? What time are you leaving? Can you
Yeah.
call me?" Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yep.
I just overthought every single thing, and my brain also always went straight to worst case scenario.
Yeah.
So I wrote that song, and it was basically just kind of like me reassuring myself that, like, basically, I'm telling you I'm overthinking, and then the resolve is, like, you understand that, and you know, and you love
Yeah.
me, and that's why. But, like, and everything's gonna be fine. But people, like, took it as, like anthem on TikTok. And, like, people use it as,
No
this
way.
person doesn't understand me because I'm like this, and I'm gonna break up with them. Or someone was like, I need to get back together with this person because
Wow.
it's just
The
like
interpretation of art is so insane.
like for me, that's like a kind of like a backhanded love song, like
Yep.
in a way,
Yeah.
like, I love you. I'm sorry I'm like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do.
And but some people were like, let's break up with them, or like let's like I don't know, or it
I
was
need
a
to
love
call
song
him.
to some people. I need to call them. But it's like, I don't know, like people just take
Wow.
things so differently sometimes. It's crazy.
I think that's why I love music.
Me too. That's why
That's why you
like,
want to do it
I
forever.
can't stop.
Yeah.
Can't stop, won't stop.
All right. So to wrap up, we're gonna finish with the segment I like to call "I Said What I Said."
Mhm.
One of these is going to get me canceled
Oh,
because
no way. No such thing as bad press.
there's no such thing as bad press. You know me well enough to know I live and die by hot takes. Well, before we get to that, I meant to say this earlier and I forgot. You were the first person. So I make sourdough bread
Mhm.
for anyone who doesn't know. You were you were the first person to tell me how good my bread was. That I was like, and I didn't know you hardly at all. I think the day that I met you was right after you had gotten a loaf of my bread for the first time. And you were the reason that I realized how good my bread was. That's a true story. You literally looked at me and you're like,
Really?
yeah, no, this is a true story. Because like everyone was always like, oh, your bread's great. I'm like, oh, thanks. Like, I appreciate. Like, I didn't like. I was very self-deprecating. I'm like, yeah, it's okay. And then you looked at me and you're like, your bread is better than X place that everyone loves. And I was like, oh shit, it is that good. And that was the moment that I was like, all right, I'm just gonna own it. And like now I'm too confident about it. I'm like, yeah, my bread's better than yours and everyone else is ever gonna try.
I can't believe it's me.
That is a true story.
Well, I will tell you, I'm a true bread connoisseur, though. So I'm gonna own that
No, you are.
because I love
don't-
good bread.
I
I
think-
know good bread.
I think the first loaf that you ever had was a brown sugar cinnamon loaf.
Yep.
And that loaf is.
That's what I'm gonna order from you. need
I
that.
can't wait. You also got to try the my espresso white chocolate cinnamon.
Yeah, I had a bite before this, and I'm actually like starving. And
Yeah, that's gonna be the next thing. Okay, so I need your best. I said what I said. I need your best hot take. I have one that I've been thinking about for like a week, and I can't wait to say it.
I should have
but-
thought about this before.
I can give you mine. This is how it always ends up going. Is
Yeah, do yours. 2 years.
Okay.
So I can see, like,
so-
the vibe.
all right. I've had a couple hot takes. I'll just go back and I will like relive the ones I've given so far
Okay.
on the first couple. I think Jenny's ice cream's trash.
I so disagree with you.
I know. That's why this is a hot take. Like, and every time I have to preface this. This is my opinion. If you're the Jenny CEO, please do not send me a cease and desist because there's no such thing as bad press. I just don't think it's good. Here's my second hot take. Disney adults freak me out.
Oh, that one I agree with.
Like
crazy obsessed Disney adults because I do love Disney.
yeah, I don't even know that I'm talking crazy obsessed. I think if you're over the age of 21, you have no children, and you go with your friends, we're going to go to Disney World. I inherently have a little bit of trust issues with you.
I'm on the fence.
But here's also the caveat to that is there's a difference between Disney Channel adults and Disney. There's a big difference.
See,
between
okay,
the
the
two.
reason I disagree is because I would go to Disney World with my friends because it's so nostalgic for me. As like, I just want to go and like relive my childhood.
See,
a
now
little
you're
bit.
making me want. I think maybe it's all of the Disney adult creators on Instagram. That's what freaked me out.
Yeah.
So here's my new hot take.
Okay, the new one.
This is this week's hot take. This episode's hot take. Fudge rounds are the superior Little Debbie cake. Have you ever had a fudge round?
Yeah, the.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
wait,
see-
no, not the cosmic brownie.
Cosmic brownies are overrated. I will die on. I'm serious. Listen, Mads, I'm dead serious.
When you
But hold
edit
on.
that take of us looking at each other and blinking, I want the little blink blink.
Yeah, no, I need you. I'm dead serious. I mean this, but it's not the little, not the little fudge rounds. It's the jumbo ones. I think
I
they're
don't know
called
if I ever have had one.
they're called king size. And they are the best. I'm gonna show you a picture. They are the best snack on planet Earth.
I think my true hot take would get me actually canceled. So I need.
But honestly,
No, I can't.
this is what a fudge round looks like. I can buy them on eBay.
Oh.
Yeah, fire. It's the greatest snack.
Yeah, I love
So-
a cosmic brownie. Though.
And I will say, Little Debbie's. But see, we buy cosmic brownies for my son. They're trash now. The fudge on them is awful.
Oh,
but
really? Yeah, they're probably bad.
But Little Debbie Christmas tree brownies. If you work for Little Debbie and you're listening to this, I have a massive bone to pick. Bring back the Santa Claus brownies. They replaced the Santa Claus brownies at Christmas with a snowflake, and the snowflake is ass, and I need the Santa Claus brownies back.
It's probably because
Did Santa get canceled?
no, it's probably like they can't like explicitly say Christmas or something.
Okay, I just want you to know. Little Debbie, I want you to sponsor this podcast, first of all, because I am a massive Little Debbie. Little Debbie
Yeah.
fudge rounds, king size little jumbo. I don't remember what they're
I'm
called.
so hungry.
Yeah, that's where we're getting to at this point. in time.
Yeah.
But that is my hot take. Oh, here's it's part 2 of it. Little Debbie donut sticks are grossly underrated. Have you ever had a Little Debbie donut stick?
Mm-mm.
Grossly underrated. They're
Oh.
so oh my god.
Okay,
They're
so
good.
I have my food hot take.
Okay, give it
I
to
can
me.
do
can't
I
wait.
can do a different like a better
No,
hot take.
I'm fine with it. No, this is
Because
let's hear
this
it.
is lame.
Let's
I
bring it
have
up.
a better one than this, but I'll
Okay.
start with my food hot
Okay.
take.
I'm in.
I hate donuts.
What?
Mm-hmm. They like hurt my stomach so bad.
Okay,
and
so I
that's
respect
not why.
it. Yeah, I respect
That's
it.
not why I don't like them. I just feel like I will say like a what are they called?
$5. Yeah,
If
they're
it's like those
overrated.
100-layer.
they're overrated.
No, but I like their 100-layer crazy funky
well,
flavored
because
ones.
it's not really a donut.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a
Because it's not a
croissant.
donut.
It's basically a croissant with
It's
icing.
it's like a cronut. Or
But
whatever
see,
you call it.
here's where donuts are wrong. Donuts are wrong in that they got misbranded. They're a dessert. They're not a breakfast.
You're right. They are a dessert, but I just don't like them. I don't ever crave them. And here's my actual hot take.
That's a horrible hot take.
I'm sorry. What do you mean? I disagree with you with Jenny's.
I know. No, I know.
That's a terrible hot
that's
take.
the fun part of hot
Yeah.
takes.
Okay. Nashville hot chicken. Trash.
From where?
I just don't.
All of it.
I don't like fried chicken. I don't even get fried chicken at Chick-fil-A.
You get grilled nuggets. Grilled nuggets. are
I
the
get
best.
grilled nuggets.
Grilled nuggets smell horrible.
They do. They look kind of funny, but I eat them, and then I get the fries with the Chick-fil-A sauce. Chick-fil-A sauce, you could put that on a shoe, and I'd eat it.
Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah, it's so good.
You know who else has great sauce like that? Zaxby's.
See,
Zax
I
sauce.
didn't like Zaxby's sauce when I was on the road.
Yeah.
My manager at the time was like, "We gotta go to Zaxby's. It's
Yeah.
the best." Was it Zaxby's?
Or Cane's.
Was it Cane's?
Their sauce is identical. I'm convinced that they're the same sauce.
It was Zaxby's, I think.
Cookout sauce, also the same sauce.
I don't remember if it was Zaxby's or Cane's. I can't remember to save
Yeah.
my life. What's the place that gives you big toasts?
Both of them.
Oh, well. Anyway, I was dipping the little chicken in it, and I was like, Chick-fil-A sauce is superior.
It's a different type of sauce. But they're like Zaxby's, Cookout, and Cane's all have the same sauce.
Okay.
But I respect the hot take that Nashville hot chicken is bad.
I just don't. I think it's just because I don't like fried chicken. I will never choose that on a menu. Yeah.
You know what everybody loves that I'm just like, I try to love and I just don't is chicken and waffles.
Yeah, because I don't like fried chicken.
I try to love
I will
it.
take the chicken off and eat
Yeah.
the waffle.
Well, because like somewhere along the line, some flavor doesn't go right together. Like either the fried chicken or the waffle or the syrup doesn't. I don't know. I want to love it. My grandmother loves it and I want to. But I mean, I can respect it.
Yeah.
But I also can go to Hattie B's and just absolutely smash. Prince's, though, is better than Hattie B's.
See, that's what I've heard. I
Mhm.
just didn't.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know
Hattie
why.
B's is more accessible, but I think Prince's has better chicken.
Probably it just makes sense.
Yeah. I went to like the original Prince's one time. I was there for like 2.5 hours waiting on food.
Oh wow.
It's like old school. Like, I mean, you like wait. I think they like literally kill the
I
chicken.
was gonna say, do they have the coop in the back?
It's very possible, but it's fire. All right, Mads. You
That's
got
my
anything
hot
else you want
take.
to add?
Stream my EP.
Yeah. By the time this episode has come out, her EP, the introduction of
Introducing
Madeline Carter,
Cardi.
Cardi B,
I don't. Yeah. Sorry, Madeline Carter.
introducing Madeline Carter is out. So go buy. Can they buy a physical?
You sure
Okay,
can buy
so
it.
go. Don't stream it. Go buy it, and support an up and coming artist. Mads, thanks so much for coming on Deepish. It's been an
Anytime.
honor. We love you. Thank you so much.
It's been real, and it's been fun, but it ain't been real fun. Just kidding.
You heard it here first. That's episode 3 of Deepish.
Bye.
That was episode 3, my conversation with my friend Madeline Carter. If you haven't yet, please go to Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to music or wherever you buy music, and stream her EP, Introducing Madeline Carter. Also stream her new Christmas single because it's still Christmas time. And even if you're a Grinch who doesn't listen to Christmas music ever or until the week before Christmas, which I find a flawed philosophy. But if you wait until you listen to Christmas music, make sure to go stream her new Christmas single, Oh Holy Night. And as always, like, subscribe, leave us a review, share the podcast with a friend, and we will see you next week for episode 4.